Okay, my name is Jim Jackson, and I'm the fellow that does a lot of the custom tooling down at King's Saddlery. That's about all I do down there is custom tooling anymore. I'm usually a couple of months behind with my orders. I started tooling leather when I was about between 10 and 14 years old. I went to work at the old Ernst saddle shop, which is now closed, but my father was a saddle maker over there for a number of years and built hundreds of saddles for Ernst. And I started working back there when I started. Bill Gardner, he was tooling belts and doing a lot of their tooling, and he was kind enough to kind of take me under his wing and get me going with the tooling. I watched him pretty closely, and he showed me a lot of things. And my dad showed me things, and there were other fellows that worked in that shop where I learned pretty quickly. And I worked in that shop for a few years and got out of high school and went on to college. I earned my Bachelor Fine Arts and my Master of Fine Arts degrees from the University of Wyoming. I taught in a design program there, which gave me a pretty good and unique approach to designing leather and so forth, because I was teaching a two-dimensional design class at the university. Then I went on to work at the University of Wyoming Art Museum. I was the curator of exhibits there for several years. And then I got more serious about my painting, which I did all along. And I worked as a painter down in Denver, a professional, doing paintings for a couple of galleries in Denver. And did that for a while, but all the time I was doing all of these other things. I was stamping belts for several different belt companies, mainly for Don King and King Saddlery. So I started stamping for Don back in 1972, and I've been doing a lot of work for him ever since. I moved back to Sheridan and started working at King's full-time about 8 or 9 years ago, and my shop is in the museum at King's Saddlery. Well, the work I do at King's, it varies. I stamp a lot of belts and purses and briefcases, notebooks, checkbooks, photo albums. It's all custom work. You can see from an example like this, it's using a lot of the swirls and connecting circles and things that you'll find in a lot of the Sheridan style carving and tooling. Basically what I do is customers, and with our catalog and so forth at King's, we get customers from all around the world. They'll usually call in or phone in an order, and I take the order and pretty much build work to their specifications. Most people give me a pretty good leeway in terms of free artistic freedom and so forth, but you can see from these examples, some of the flowers I use are very small and detailed flowers, and that's pretty much what they like these days. I try to pay a lot of time and to the designing and layout of the patterns before I start them. But what most people like are very fine, intricate tooled patterns, sometimes with names or initials and that sort of thing on them, and that's pretty much what I do. So.